Hi, everyone. Welcome. This is Learning Unit 2, and we are going to, the theme of it is opportunity, creativity, and innovation in entrepreneurship. And we are now busy with theme 2, which is the window of opportunity. You will remember that in theme 1, we discussed entrepreneurial creativity and innovation and its contribution to entrepreneurship. And this all falls under the module outcome, which is to analyze the role of creativity and innovation in entrepreneurship. So, the window of opportunity. The learning outcomes that we're going to cover include contrast between an idea and an opportunity, critically examine the role of idea generation in developing entrepreneurial opportunities. We're also going to examine the process of entrepreneurial opportunity evaluation and then discuss the possible reasons for identifiable gaps in the market. For sorry. For new adventures and businesses to be created, entrepreneurs need to identify new business and new entrepreneurial opportunities, new products, and new ways to meet customer needs. We've talked about the role of the entrepreneur in terms of coming up with new ideas. If it was not for their propensity to take risks, this would not possible. The aim of this study unit is to look at opportunity evaluation and utilization from the perspective of an entrepreneurial startup. So, in other words, we're looking at how businesses start. The fact that in order for an entrepreneurial venture to start up, there has to be an opportunity that gets identified, and part of that identification of the opportunity includes evaluating opportunity. So, what is the role of ideas? A good idea does not always automatically translate into an opportunity. And the reason why we talk about an opportunity is because an idea has to move from just being an idea into an opportunity that one can seize, test the feasibility and viability in order for then you to decide as an entrepreneur if it is worthy of being pursued. The creative ability of the entrepreneur is very important in generating new ideas. And we discussed it in the previous learning unit or the theme where we discussed innovation. So, what is the opportunity? An opportunity is a gap that is left in the market by those who currently serve it. So, you as an entrepreneur, you look into a market and you think, you know what? If maybe we're talking about ice cream, you could say, I see that there's different flavors of ice cream, but there is not really an ice cream that's like I don't know, lemon meringue ice cream, for instance. Do you see that as a gap in the market? Because everybody's selling chocolate, they're selling vanilla, but they're not selling lemon meringue. And you know for a fact that people love lemon meringue ice cream or lemon meringue flavored ice cream. So then the focus falls on the ability individual to identify 6 distinct factors. Number 1, prior knowledge. You need to have prior knowledge of the opportunity that you're trying to pursue. Social capital, that is the people that you can use to help you pursue the idea that you want to pursue. Cognition, the smartness behind the idea. Environmental conditions, which is the micro environment, the macro and the market. Entrepreneurial alertness and systematic search. So your ability to really dig in and find all the information that you need. So when is an idea an opportunity? For an idea to be an opportunity, it must have the qualities of being attractive. The idea must be durable because it cannot be something that just lasts a month or something that just lasts one season and that's it. Must be timely, so it must serve a product or service at a time that people need it, and it must be anchored in a product or a service. So if you speak about timely, for instance, if you're going to come up with maybe right now we're experiencing load shedding and you come up with a company where you do solar panels, for instance, that is timely and it is anchored in a product or service because you are offering that product for people to buy. So how do you identify a business opportunity?
When we're talking about business opportunities, we don't want to be the kind of business people who just jump on everything, because this has a way of making you lose focus. It has a way of making you lose your goalposts. And the idea of being a business is to face one thing and win at it before you try other things, because focus is actually beneficial to your business. Today, we're going to be talking about 5 ways to identify great business opportunities. So here are 5 ways to help you know how to identify a good business opportunity. Number 1, the timing is right. Timing is everything in business. The timing can be the difference in what helps you fail at something and what helps you do well at something. So make sure that before you take on a business opportunity, you know that the time is right for you to do it. Is your market ready? Are your customers ready? These are sorts of things you look at when trying to determine if the time for this is right. Number 2, the cost to profit ratio is in favor of profit. As a business, your main goal is to make profit, unless you are a social enterprise or an NGO. But your main goal is to make profit. So if your main goal is to make profit, make sure that when trying to determine if a business opportunity is right for you, you can actually make profit out of it. Yes, there will be costs associated with it, but you want to make profit. It has to be profitable. The books, the numbers have to make sense to your business. Number 3, aligned to your vision. Your vision is your goalpost as a business. And if you want to take on an opportunity, it has to be in line with your business. I'm not asking you to be rigid as a business. Of course, you want to stay dynamic. Of course, you want to be ready for change. But at the end of the day, you have one single vision, and that is your customers and what they want. So make sure that when you're trying to determine if you want to take an opportunity, you know that it is in line with your vision. It will help you get to your goal faster. Number 4, you have the capacity to take quick advantage. When you want to take an opportunity on, can you take it at the speed of it? Is your business poised at the position where they can run when the gun goes off? That is how you know you can take quick advantage. Do you have the finances sitting down in the bank account so that when the opportunities come up, and take quick advantage? Do you have a network of people that can push you on and position you so you can take quick advantage of opportunities when they come up? Number 5, it will be valuable to your customers. At the end of the day, your customers are who you're trying to get to. So if you're taking on an opportunity, for example, you want to diversify into another product line, or you want to add in another service to your business, make sure that your customers are ready to take this. Make sure that it makes sense to your customers. If you are selling fans, for example, and suddenly you want to sell air conditioning, you know that the customers who you sell this to are also looking for cool air and they can make use of air conditioning. So that is how you determine if an opportunity is right for you. It makes sense and it is valuable to your customers. Our question today is from Philip from Facebook. Philip wants to know if it is okay to say no to an opportunity that he doesn't have the capacity to do now, but he can do in the future. Philip, just like the 5 things we've been saying, you have to go through this list. Is the time right? Do you have the finances, and are you positioned where you can take quick advantage? Yes, you can't do it. You can't do this now, but you can do it in the future. So what is stopping you from doing it now? Think about it. If it's something you can solve quickly and you can pivot immediately, then there's no reason why you can't take on this opportunity now. So think about it and make sure it makes sense for your business. Thank you for watching the 5 Minute Entrepreneur. Make sure you leave your questions and comments below, and we will answer them in another episode.
So, developing entrepreneurial opportunities through idea generation. There are certain techniques that can be used when searching for a business idea. And what I love about this section is the fact that you get some people know that they want to be in business. Some people know for sure, I want to be in business, but I don't have any idea where to start. I don't have an idea of a business that I can pursue. And that is what is great about this section, because of these techniques that you can use to search for a business idea. And the generation of ideas comes from these 5 areas. The first one, you get ideas for a business from the skills that you have, the expertise, and your aptitude. So, you as an entrepreneur or a potential entrepreneur, you think to yourself, what are my skills? What am I good at that I can transform and commercialize and put in the market? And then you can get ideas from common needs. What are those things that people commonly need? We know that everybody needs food, everybody needs clothing, everybody needs shelter. But beyond that, we know people love convenience. We know that people love entertainment. I mean, if you look at the South African market, Joburg especially, people love entertainment. And then from existing problems, currently we've got a problem of load shedding. So if you want to start a business, why don't you go into the solar panel business or the what renewable energy or alternative energy? And then you can get ideas from everyday problems. So what are the everyday problems that people face? For instance, there's traffic when you have to drive to work, right? Maybe then Gautrain is a good example of an idea that you can come up with. And then you also generate ideas from other sources if those 4 do not work for you. There are business publications where they can say what kind of businesses they are in need, what kind of businesses, or what kind of what the industries look like, and what people's needs are. You can get other business ideas from expired patents that you can pursue and re-register. You can get other sources from advertisements as well as trade shows. Sometimes when there's trade shows, go to those trade shows and see what opportunity exists within that industry. So how do you find business ideas? This is the ultimate guide.
Are you frustrated because you see other people come up with great ideas, but you can't seem to come up with one? The truth is that great ideas are everywhere, by the thousands, and they're right in my sight. You just haven't programmed your brain to see them. In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to find countless quality business ideas. Here are all the tools you need: a pen, a notepad, and a working brain. Let's start with a exercise. Look at all the circles in this video and try to find as many red circles as you can in the next 3 seconds. Ready, set, go. So, how many blue circles do you see? Huh, your brain only sees what you program it to look for. Since you were looking for red circles, your brain automatically ignored the blue ones because you weren't looking for them. The same thing happens with your idea brain. Unless you know what you're looking for, ideas become invisible to most people. But that's about to change. By the time this video ends, you'll be seeing ideas everywhere you go. Okay, wise guy. So, how do I find ideas? If you pay close attention, you'll notice that in essence, most, if not all businesses, have something in common. They all solve a problem, a need, a frustration, or they make an existing product better. Amazon took the frustration of ordering online and they made it simple. Google looked at Yahoo and they made a better product. In order to find great ideas, you need to train your mind to see opportunities and frustrations, needs that aren't being met, and find things that can be made better. The secret is to pay attention to your surroundings and notice opportunities. Start with your personal life. Have you ever felt frustrated about something? Do you ever wish there was a better way? Chances are you're not the only one feeling this way. Your job as an entrepreneur is to find problems and create solutions. Look for people saying things like, I hate, how do I, this sucks, I don't like, I need help, I can't find, I'm frustrated. I wish there was solutions to these complaints and you got yourself a business. Here is exactly what to do. Carry a small notepad and a pen, or use your phone if you want, to write down 10 ideas every single day. Force your brain to look at your surroundings and find problems, needs, or potential improvements to already existing products, and write down 10 every single day. It doesn't matter how dumb or simple the problem or idea might sound, just write it down. Maybe you went to a restaurant, the service and food were crap, yet the restaurant was full. Imagine what you could do if you started a nearby restaurant with incredible food and incredible service. Your friend complaining about how he hates using Excel for work because he doesn't know how to use it. Why not create a course that teaches people how to use Excel and sell it to all those people feeling frustrated? Or maybe you go to a conference and you hear a realtor talking about how he has no way of showing his international clients the potential properties other than by boring pictures. Well, why not use existing technologies like 3D scanning to create an interactive, visual, and professional way for realtors to show their properties? Like I said, it doesn't matter how stupid something might sound. The trick is to build idea muscles, like a bodybuilder works on his body. With some practice, you'll notice that you start seeing ideas everywhere you go. Eventually, you'll find an idea that gets you incredibly excited. You'll feel it in your gut, and you'll wake up the next day and to get started. Those are the type of ideas that you need to look further into. Have fun with this and don't overthink things. Don't spend too much time in the idea phase. Find something that excites you and go for it. So, what are you waiting for? Go out there and start finding treasures. These treasures are disguised as problems, frustrations, and needs. So start digging. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, visit us at epicstart.com. Have fun and thanks for watching.
I definitely had fun with this video because it just makes it so fun. Like he makes the idea generation so fun. And I love how he describes the fact that it's a brain, you exercise it. If you go out and you give yourself and you say, I'm going to find 10 ideas, you're exercising your brain and you're therefore putting yourself in a position to always be on the lookout for ideas. There are opportunities, there are ideas out there. And what's nice, what he said is that you will find one that really gets you excited and take that one and pursue it. So then there's opportunity evaluation. Now you've got this great idea. And remember, we talked about making an idea, moving an idea, and finding out if it is an opportunity, right? When the entrepreneur starts with the process of evaluating an opportunity, there are 5 basic questions that should be asked. Number one, what are the risks and rewards of this opportunity? Is this an attractive and sufficient market opportunity? In terms of a technological and market perspective, is the proposed solution feasible? And then will there be a sustainable competitive advantage? And will this opportunity be lucrative? If you can answer those and the answers are yes, then you definitely have an opportunity. Criteria that should be used to screen opportunities or to evaluate opportunities is this. Number one, again, like we said, industry and market issues. And we're talking about the attractiveness of a market, right? What is the market? The market is your customers, right? The attractiveness of a market is determined by number one, the market structure. So in the industry that you're trying to serve, how many sellers are there? What are their sizes? And what is the distribution of the product differentiation? Are their products very unique? I mean, if you look at the car industry, for instance, you cannot just come in and say, I'm going to have a car that's got 4 wheels and a steering wheel. Every car has that. What is it that you're doing differently? Other cars are already driving themselves now. Can you differentiate your product in that way? And then what are the entry and exit conditions? Some industries, for instance, and let's talk about this car industry, right? In order for you to say, I'm going to start producing cars, you need a hectic amount of money to go in, right? Even in terms of exit, you consider the money that you put in, and then if you're going to exit, it needs to be because things are really not working out, because if it's up to the money that you invested in the first place, you're going to make sure that it is so sustainable. And then what are the number of the present buyers, the demand sensitivity, and what on price sensitivity to price changes. I mean, if you look at the luxury car market, luxury cars only sell when people have money. All right. And then there's the market size. So the size of the customers, is it large? And most importantly, is it growing? And then the market capacity, where demand outweighs supply. Market share is the potential to become a market leader. What is your potential to become a market leader and capture a substantial portion of the overall market? And then the cost structure, your ability to provide low cost goods and services while providing value for money. Then again, you need to look at the economics, right? And this is, are there high and durable gross margins? There a positive cash flow? And what about startup funds? Is it heavy? Is it high, or is it low? And then harvest issues. This is when you want to exit. The eventuality that the venture will be sold. So would it be possible somebody to want to buy you. There are some businesses, if you think nobody will want to buy this business, then the question is, why do you want to get in it in the first place, right? And then attractive ventures in attractive markets tend to have the harvest objective in mind, because you want to be able to go in while there is money to be made in that market. Once the market and that industry starts making money, you want to be able to run for your life as quick as possible and not be stuck having to continue with that business. And then what about and then there's management team issues. A team that possesses a complementary and compatible skills base contributes to the attractiveness of the venture. So they say that if you have a team of people that you can use, that are good and can help you to execute this business, this makes you going pursuing this venture much more attractive. And then fatal flaws. The presence of one or more fatal flaws renders an opportunity very attractive, right? And fatal flaws could be such as markets that are too small, markets with overwhelming competition, markets where the cost of entry is too high, and markets where entrants are unable to produce sustainable competitive advantage. And then personal criteria. And this is a good fit between what the entrepreneur wishes to derive from the venture and what the venture requires from them. So is the fit well? If, for instance, you have a business that needs for you to travel a lot, are you the type that wants to travel? Do you like traveling? If you have the kind of business where you have to work 24 hours, do you love your sleep and value your sleep? Or are you willing to dig down into the trenches and work all night? If that does not fit with your personal preferences, then perhaps it's not an opportunity for you to pursue. And strategic differentiation, how the venture positions itself to take advantage of the given market conditions to its benefit while differing from competitors in terms of the added value. So are you able to appear different and offer a product that is so unique people will be drawn to your business? And then the pursuit of entrepreneurial opportunities. My apologies, established businesses have a stronger position than smaller entrepreneurs in terms of market entry and share. You imagine a Pick and Pay versus, a greengrocer, or a Pick and Pay versus, a 7-Eleven. The Pick and Pay definitely has a stronger position, right? And smaller entrepreneurs could also be like people who've got their own personal, not a spaza shop, but like a supermarket. If you've got your own supermarket, you can imagine Pick and Pay can buy things at a much cheaper rate than you can. And then larger organizations also attain positions of strength due to the possession of economy of scale, cost advantages. Like I've said, if you're a Pick and Pay, you've got much more strength to buy in large numbers. Therefore, you can create economies of scale and cost advantages. And then gaps, there are then gaps left open due to technological and cultural inertia, international politics, and economic efficiency of large organizations enable smaller entrepreneurs to take advantage of presented opportunities that the larger organizations have failed to grab and exploit to their benefit. And that's why, for instance, if we're going to use this Pick and Pay example, right, you will find that Pick and Pay at 5 o'clock it closes, but a smaller grocer might want to open for longer, because then that's where their opportunity to kind of grab that gap is. And why is it that bigger businesses leave gaps in the market? Number one, failure to see new opportunities. Large businesses should scan the environment for opportunities that they can make the most of by utilizing their strengths. And failure to do so results in organizational inertia. Then there's underestimation of new opportunities. Large organizations with substantial turnovers tend to not regard that opportunities that only represent a fraction of their turnover as being lucrative. So if they see an opportunity and they say, you know what, this would only be like 10% of the income that we'll make, they decide we're not going to chase this opportunity because it's small for us. And then technological inertia. Large organizations that were the technological pioneers and trailblazers of yesteryears tend to rest on their laurels and feel that they do not need to conform to technological changes that occur in the marketplace. So because you did something right one day in your life and you became the business that you are, became as huge as you are, now you're thinking, you know what, I've arrived. And remember, we talked about what an entrepreneur is. A person who gets comfortable is a small business manager. So by the time you get comfortable and you sit on your laurels, that's when you make the mistake of technological inertia, because there's always going to be businesses that come in, and those would be small businesses that are agile and nifty and can come and take advantage of those gaps in the market. And then cultural inertia. Large organizations tend not to be keen to change the way they do things in order to meet or surpass the challenges that the market environment may throw at them. So they're just like, you know what, if it's not broke, what? If it's not fixed, what? If it's not broke, what? If it's not fair, that saying, right? If it's broke, don't fix it. I don't know. Yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. So they then don't fix anything. They don't change anything because that one method worked for them, and now they want to use it for everything. And then there's politics and internal fighting. The more established an organization becomes, the more entrenched political infighting and bickering become. Once the organization does not work as a cohesive whole, then it becomes extremely difficult to pursue opportunities. And we see that in a lot of the businesses that we work at. We're so tired of the politics because we really are crying for the small things. So imagine if we're focusing on the small things and crying about the small things, what about the big opportunity that we are leaving, right? We're not gonna make we're not gonna have time to pursue opportunities because every day we're trying to fight for the little things. And then government intervention to support new and smaller entrants. Small businesses tend to get more government support than businesses do. Smaller businesses are then able to grab opportunities while bigger businesses are left to fend for themselves. So the normally you will never hear a government institution or whatever saying, oh, we're going to give 10 million to big businesses. They will use that 10 million rather for small businesses. And then there is the window of opportunity, the time period for creating new ventures. And if you see on this graph over here, this is called the window of opportunity. They say that with the size of the market and the number of years of an existence of an opportunity, right? In the beginning, you can imagine the market size is small, and it's also the beginning of the years of this new opportunity, right? Then this is when the research and development, the companies that are good and they are leading in terms of research of an opportunity, research and development, they're the ones that come up with, let's say, for instance, a new car that can drive itself, right? For lack of a better example, right? Once they see that, oh, actually, this is starting to pick up, then you will see that a lot more customers enter the market, but also time moves on. And that is where a lot of them, the businesses come in and want to offer then the product because the market, before the market size starts to reach its peak and therefore start to plateau. And what are the stages of this window of opportunity? Number one, you have to see the window, an attractive opportunity of searching the solid wall for gaps that have been left open by competitors, which the entrepreneur can proactively and productively take advantage of in the manner that will be beneficial to him while adding value for the customer. And then number two, you have to locate the window. So the entrepreneur is then required to comprehend fully the position of the novel product or service offering in relation to competitors' products and services. Measuring the window. Then this involves ensuring that the opportunity is feasible and viable, and then a viability study would then be conducted in order for you to measure this opportunity. Opening the window is this represents when you now then enter the market. You've discovered that your viability study that this window of opportunity is worth chasing. Remember that lady in that video that we just showed earlier, the first video we showed, she said that if you cannot determine that you will make money from that idea, right? So viability then means you can make money from that idea. And then opening the window, that's when you enter, and that's when the business activity starts. And then closing the window can closed by an entrepreneur creating and maintaining competitive advantage. So in other words, you do what you do so well that other people cannot copy you, right? And then the basis for competitive advantage include unique service features, notable product attributes, customer experience, and customer convenience and price or value. And then a continuous opportunity evaluation and utilization. And you will see that I've put in bold the word continuous window opportunity evaluation. And in the second video that I showed, that's what that guy was stressing, the fact that looking for ideas has got to be this continuous thing. So continuous opportunity evaluation utilization, in order for the entrepreneur to have a durable and sustainable venture, it is critical for the entrepreneur to be constantly on the lookout for other opportunities. So you chase one opportunity, you've got an idea, I'm going to start a business, all good and well, but you need to always still be looking out in the market. What is it else that I can offer, right? What is it else that I can pursue? Maybe then you think, oh, let me go into shoes, oh, let me go into accessories, etc. And that is important for your sustaining the business. And that is it for this chapter. No questions, because this is a pre-recording. In summary, we talked about an idea versus an opportunity. An idea must be evaluated in order for it to be determined whether it's an opportunity, and how to then evaluate this opportunity. And we also then discussed the window of opportunity, which is identifying gaps in the market. That's it.